Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another Reverse 1999 episode. Today I do have a little bit of sore throat, so my voice might be a bit quieter than usual. It's because I was recording a pretty big video yesterday, and I haven't fully recovered just yet, but I am eager to press on. Today we are going to wrap up Chapter 7 of the main story, and then we had a little discussion at the end of the last episode. Well, not at the end of the last episode, but in the comment section, discussing the current ongoing 2.7 event over here. The Cosmic Overture. Um, so yeah. Um, what I'm thinking is that after I wrap up Chapter 7 today, we're gonna go ahead and do the rerun of 1.8. This one, Feral Rayashki, and then we're gonna wrap up Chapter 7, do that Farewell Rayashki, and then do a 1987 Cosmic Overture, and hopefully all of that can happen before the event runs out. Yeah, let's go ahead and go into the main story. Last time, we discovered, we thought about this Rosetta Stone theory that was proposed by someone. I'm sorry guys, I forgot who proposed it, but someone proposed this idea, and they basically split it. The parallels were drawn, so the first line in the first like script in the Rosetta Stone that basically resembled what Apeiron told 37, the unfiltered version. The second layer was the was it wait. I know I think the third one that we can understand is the one that 37 got from the scroll that 6 gave her, that translated it into a string of numbers. That's like the third line. The second line I think might be the pronunciation, sorry, the ritual like pronunciation, I think, or something like that, that we got from the Isolde's mind. That Kakanya and Marcus got at the end of chapter 6. But yeah, we're gonna, and at the end of part 24, we also discovered that Vertin recognized the language that the storm immunity ritual was written in, plus it was the same language written in Vertin's suitcase, which is quite interesting because I don't know where Vertin's suitcase originated from, to be honest. But yeah, that's that. And of course, we also saw Sophia become evil, and she joined Manus Vindicte, and she had the most awesome outfit I've ever seen. And she is also available. I have been informed that she is playable in the puppet arena here, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't gotten her though in the event, so that's a shame. Anyways, yeah, let's press on with part 25, the first circle, and thus the proof is complete. All right, well that was easy. That was an easy proof. I did like how 37 was basically mocking how the humans were approaching this. Like, they came up with a very non-elegant solution. Yeah, here we go. The researchers on the receiving end quickly grasped the message.
The first circle. That's what the incantation says?
Yes, how does that change anything? He suddenly remembers a detail that has eluded him all along.
That's it. The investigator in Vienna reported a similar thing. An ancient miracle, a circle of salvation.
Okay.
Akana even drew a circle in the air while saying it. She did it so nonchalantly, as if it were a meaningless gesture.
No? Are we...
We didn't think much of it at the time. Once we confirmed that it did not affect the casting of the incantation, we forgot about it and moved on.
Oh, wait, so we're supposed to just like draw a little circle with our finger?
I can't believe I overlooked it.
Okay, Ulrich, calm down. The hot-tempered cryptography elite slams the table and buries his face into his hands, clearly exasperated. Don't worry, man, it's okay.
This is not your fault, Ulrich.
Yeah, man. Calm down.
The gesture was overlooked because it did not really help the research. Our focus was on practical application rather than understanding the incantation itself.
Indeed.
If the incantation means the first circle,
The pragmatist's voice is still serene.
how will this be helpful to the research?
Exactly, bro. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It'll help us understand it a little more maybe, but I don't know, man. Maybe if we just draw a little circle with our fingers, you know, like Arcana did, maybe that will somehow trigger some unknown effect. And that will save us from the curses.
I see. I understand now.
That's great. That's great to hear, 37. Like, it's been like 2 minutes since you learned the name of the ritual, and now she understands everything. A moment of epiphany. She snatches a handful of papers, sprawls out on the floor, and scribbles frantically.
Well, Vertin, I don't know why you can read it, but I do know that Gal is thrilled by your interpretation.
Alright.
Because you mentioned her favorite shape, the circle.
I'm not too sure about that. The irrational number is spot on. 37 has drifted into a world of her own. Okay, but I'm not sure if 37's favorite shape is a circle though. Isn't her attacks full of triangles?
Yes. The essence of the incantation is a circle.
Amazing.
But what kind of circle is it? In topology, any closed curve on a plane can be classified as a circle.
Okay.
Aha! Told you.
Thanks, Regulus. Thanks for your input. Regulus spreads her hands, speechless. She takes a step back, giving 37 more room to calculate. Everyone is talking quietly, so as to not disturb her. Even Miss Radio has lowered her volume. Just as her sheets are about to engulf the entire floor, she finally stands up. Damn, she must have been scribbling a lot of stuff if it's engulfing the floor.
Look, Vertin, let's go back to the Rosetta Stone hypothesis.
Okay.
Based
Sure.
on the hypothesis, if the incantation and the numerical code share a common essence, which is the key to the storm immunity,
Uh-huh.
and we now know the incantation refers to a circle,
Oh, then maybe the numbers also refer to a circle.
Then the essence of this numerical code should
Wow.
also be a circle.
Wow, how inspirational. 37 nods.
yes. Before this conversation, I had no idea which direction to take. The numerical code could be a snippet of an incantation, or it could be a geometrical ritual array.
Okay.
I had a lot of theories to go on, but testing them could take weeks or even months. Worse yet, if my line of thinking was completely wrong, we could waste decades of time and effort.
Well, we sure are lucky that Vertin can kindly read this unknown language.
But the Rosetta Stone hypothesis is easy to verify.
Is it?
Let
Perfect.
us suppose that the incantation and numerical code share a similar essence.
Okay, we're making
We
our
know that
first
the
assumption.
incantation does work, as proven by the Awakened.
Yep.
If the incantation is a circle, then the numerical code should also be circular in nature, and has the same effect as the incantation,
Okay.
which is a circle that saves people from the emanation, and can also be experimented with by the Awakened.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
If the experiment works, then the hypothesis is true. And vice versa.
Wow.
I see what you mean here. It really is an easily provable hypothesis.
Perfect, guys. Let's decode the numbers,
To
I
my
think.
ears, you're just trying to prove that the code means a circle, because you're really into circles.
Thanks for your input, Regulus. Very insightful.
Not specifically. I simply like it because it's a great shape.
Okay.
But I don't understand.
No, Zonetto. I thought you took loads of math lessons from from was it Madame Marta? Come on, Soneto. They're just rambling about hypotheses and proving them. She picks up the numerical code and studies it carefully.
+1, -1, +2, -3, 3, -3, +2, -1, +1.
Wait a second. I think I've seen. Okay, I didn't notice this originally, but yeah, this is just like it's like symmetrical about this 3 in the middle. So that's kind of like a circle on its own, no? So like if you link these -1s together, it's basically like yeah, it just loops around like that. Like I don't know this dot 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 though, cause yeah, I don't know what comes after this dot dot dot, cause they've never shown it. So I don't know if like the sequence repeats or something. You know, if after the +1 it's like -1, +2, -3, etc.
How do these numbers relate to the circle?
But then there's no way the numbers would just be directly like repeating, right? Because then it'll just be obviously periodic, and we should have just realized that already. And we're fading to black. Oh,
The first circle.
oh, Enigma. Welcome back, Enigma. Enigma narrows his brows, spinning a pen between his fingers. His drafts are scattered across his desk, each of them a dead end. Oh yeah, last we saw him, he was trying to figure out a way for the humans to adapt the to somehow use the ritual so that humans can be protected as well.
Yes, it was the timekeeper who translated the incantation.
Amazing.
And according to the investigator in Vienna, Arcana also drew a circle when she casted the ritual.
Shout out.
But experiments have shown that the gesture has no effect on the ritual. We thought maybe it was a symbolic gesture.
No. It is no way just symbolic.
That's what I said, bro. I thought that drawing the circle might somehow affect the ritual, but then these guys are out here saying it doesn't affect the casting of the ritual. Yeah. He jumps to his feet. The cryptographer sneezes at the cloud of dust he just stirred up.
Arcanists excel at condensing their experiences into symbolic representations.
Okay.
Signs, totems, elements, these are primitive symbols, and some are sources of power for Arcanum. At least that's what the Foundation's textbooks tell me.
Amazing,
That's
bro.
why arcane skills can only be enhanced by mediums that align with their symbolic nature. Precise materials are required when creating soft discs for each incantation.
Alright. He stops spinning his pen.
If the incantation symbolizes the first circle, and if we were to create a physical form that could be mass-produced for everyone,
Maybe like a CD. I don't know, bro.
will that form have to be a circle too?
Yeah, probably. Okay. Alright, here we are again. Back in the cave. In the cave, discussions and theories about the circle are also in full swing. Every inch of the floor is now covered with paper. Thanks, 37. On each sheet is a differently drawn circle. Some are spheres, some have crossings, some are in distorted forms. Just as the sea of papers is about to drown everyone in the room, she finally stands up. Okay. Can't wait to see this. But I will say, though, I wish we could, like, see the entire string of numbers. Just so, like, people who want to, like, attempt this could give it a shot, you know? Even though, it might not be, like, there might not be, like, an obvious way for any person to solve it. But it would still be cool, though, if we got the entire string of numbers. But yeah. Let's see what 37 discovered. Oh, okay. I've never heard this OST before. That's pretty cool.
The simplest things often hold the deepest meaning, as always. So, the first circle,
The first circle.
what could it be? A wheel? A piece of rope? A pendulum?
I mean, what's the first circle? What's the first circular thing that existed? 37 shakes her head and kicks away some paper balls at her feet.
I spent too long on the wheel and the bearing, not realizing there was something more promising. A circle can also be seen as a knot with no crossings. A an unknot.
Wow. Okay. Okay, 37. I don't know where we can go with this, but I mean, she looks like she's cooking really hard right now, so I'll trust her on this.
This could be a variation of a closed curve. A knot. Knots were how the ancients of the Incas and Chinese collected data and kept records.
Wow. It must be the first circle then, because it's been used so long ago.
But which knot is it exactly?
Okay. Okay, so we've we've gone from the first circle to knots now. There's tons of knots though. 37 extends her hand. Intricate geometric shapes take form in the radiance of her arcane light. Damn, I didn't know she could do that.
The Jones polynomial of the trefoil knot is t plus t cubed minus t to the power of 4.
Okay.
The figure 8 knot is t to the power of -2 minus t to the power of -1 plus 1 minus t plus t squared.
Oh, that's a pretty cool pattern actually.
While the cinquefoil knot, t squared plus t to the power of 4 minus t to the power of 5 plus t to the power of 6 minus t to the
Okay.
power of 7. I could go on all day. There are 100.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many knots.
Knots with 10 crossings. 9,988 knots with 13 crossings.
There's just way too many knots, 37.
But which knot is the code referring to?
Wait, but we had a number sequence. So maybe we just take the string of numbers and basically adapt them into these knot equations. I'm not familiar with knots, knot theory or whatever it's called. But yeah, maybe it's like this sequence. We just use the sequence onto a knot. So it'll be t minus t. Okay, there's no way it's t minus t. Maybe I'm just lying. And then plus t squared minus t cubed plus t cubed. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm lying. Cause yeah, a lot of these like kind of undo themselves here.
+1, -1, +2, -3, +3, -3, +2, -1, +1.
I mean, maybe. I mean, none of these equations look like they are they have coefficients though for the knots. So I'm just gonna stick with my idea of like positive t minus t plus t squared minus t cubed plus t cubed. But then that's so unnecessary though. Like it just all cancels out. Like a lot of them cancel out. She stops. Hello? Okay, here we go.
Of course I would hear these digits instead of anything else.
Of course, 37. These digits must mean something.
The scroll transcribes the truth into a format I can understand. So it must be based on a mathematical system I already know.
All right. Yes.
I have all the knowledge needed to break the code. Just need to follow my instincts and pick a system.
All right. I mean, that's pretty convenient. That the string of numbers was basically like supposed to like be how do I say it? To be calculable, I guess, by 37.
Jones polynomial is the first thing I could think of.
Okay, I forgot the Jones polynomial. She listed it out earlier. This one, t plus t cubed minus t to the 4. Struck by an idea, she drops to her knees and starts calculating again on the floor. Alright.
Right. The second 3 I heard sounded different from the other 3s. That 3 must be the constant term of the polynomial.
Okay, so now we're drawing on things that we as the audience or the player, we just like there's no way we could hear this. So
Then if we use this 3 as the origin, like a number axis, the left side is the coefficient for the negative exponents, and the right side is the coefficients for the positive exponents.
sure. That I mean, sure. I mean, that, yeah, it was symmetrical about the 3, so I guess we can do that. So it's a symmetrical, like, series? Is it a series? I don't know. It's symmetrical about the 3. And then, like, the, what is it? Positive 1, minus 1, positive 2, minus 3. On that side and on the other side as well. Like, mirrored.
Eureka! This string of coefficients is the shorthand of a Jones polynomial. If we assign the 8 coefficients to the 8 corresponding exponents in a Jones polynomial,
Perfect!
we get its true form. T to the power of negative 4 minus t to the power of negative 3 plus 2t to the power of negative 2 minus 3 times t to the power of negative 1 plus 3 minus 3t plus 2t squared minus t cubed plus t to the power of 4. A knot with 8 crossings.
Amazing stuff, 37. Yeah, perfect. We could just substitute in the string of numbers into this polynomial. Perfect. Shout out Jones for their polynomial. She looks up, her bright aquamarine eyes shine with delight. A golden knot projects from her fingertips. Wow, that's a really cool knot, I must say.
See, Vertin, Apiron did give us the answer.
Shout out to Apeiron.
The key we've been looking for, the most profound secret, the language of the divine.
The language of the divine. I don't know. Is it the language of the
No
divine?
sound or text is needed, just pure structure, the very form of the essence itself.
Okay.
It is a beautiful shape, a simple knot.
37, there's nothing simple about this knot. There's so much stuff going on. And it's got 8 crossings, apparently. Can I count the crossings? What counts as a crossing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, perfect.
A knot. Great. Now there is only one step left. The verification.
Okay. Wait, what are we supposed to do with this knot, though? I can't lie. Are we supposed to, like... Yeah, I don't know. She nods and looks at the communicator. I guess we'll just have to get the Waken to test it out for us.
Did you hear that, Madam Lucy? Can you help us verify the authenticity of this knot?
After an unsettling silence, Miss Radio finally remembers that she has turned down the volume. Ah, right. When she turns it back on, Lucy's voice comes through clearly over the channel.
Of course. I have paid close attention to the discussion.
Perfect.
This polynomial produces a single unique knot. We can now tie a knot to test it.
Where are you supposed to tie this knot? Okay. The call goes silent again. Yeah, I'm not too sure about what we're supposed to do with a knot. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just grab some rope, tie the knot, and then, like, just hold it. And then suddenly we're immune to the, curses. The cave is silent, too, as if any noise would alter the outcome. Even Regulus has turned off her personal speakers. In a quiet hush, Miss Radio cranks up her volume once more, but all they hear is a sharp hiss of static. And a soft, strange rustling. 20 minutes have passed.
Madam Lucy?
The only sound is a constant static, accompanied by a faint scratchy reverberation. What is that sound?
It's the signal dropping.
Is that like a curse happening, or is that like Lucy coming, like reawakening,
Madam
maybe?
Lucy, can you hear us?
Okay, yeah, so you literally just tie a knot and then just hold it. I mean, that's pretty... Yeah, I don't really see how that magically works, but I mean, if it works, it works.
I can.
You can. Have we done it? The robot utters with effort. The knot slips from her grip and falls. It has completed its great mission. Then, the robot starts to fall apart and melt. Ah, well, that sucks. Before the curse could get to her core, the fire thief flashes a smile. She needs to ensure the next message is clear on the radio.
It worked.
It worked! Oh, perfect! Except your body is melting away, Lucy. Yeah. Well, let's go, guys. We did it. We found the solution. The ritual core is officially complete. Thank you, everyone. The ritual core is complete. We have successfully overcome all the challenges we face, and all that remains is assembly and mass production. Our research on the storm has come to a successful conclusion. We're also collecting names for the ritual core. If you're interested, please feel free to submit your suggestions. Below are the examples of suggestions we have collected. 37. Lucy Knot. Yeah, that. Absolute Universal R-powered storm immunity device. Laplace's Knot. Uncool. 1914 Knot. Wrong time. The knot, it has such a nice ring to it. Well, amazing, guys. Personally, I like the 37 Lucy Knot best. I've got no clue what this is supposed to be. Yeah. Is that hexadecimal? I guess. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, good stuff. We did it, guys. We discovered the knot. That will save all of us, I think. Unfortunately, Lucy's robot body did like melt away, so I guess there's a little bit more refining to do, perhaps. Yeah, that's that. Let's press on to part 26, mirrors and curtains. Well, we're talking about mirrors, so maybe we'll jump back to Kakanya. Are they still in Vienna, by the way? I hope not. They better be back by now. Yeah, we've got 4 hours left.
I never thought it would be the Timekeeper and the Apeiron Arcanus who'd solve the problem. But now even humans can cast this ritual.
Oh. Wait, is it? Okay, wait, I think I misunderstood. I think I misunderstood the purpose of the knot. Were we supposed to like inscribe the ritual onto the knot and then cast it using the knot? Maybe. And then that's why maybe humans can cast it? Maybe Enigma will elaborate. Laplace is now in a rare state of tranquility, for the researchers have done all they can. There's nothing left for them to do. With only 4 hours to go, this is the final calm before the storm.
Indeed. The knot is the physical form of the ritual we were looking for.
Right, so I was right. I
Surprisingly,
see.
the numerical code yielded practical results.
Perfect. Yeah. However, I'm still worried about like Lucy's body like completely melting away though after casting the ritual, no? But yeah, okay, so yeah. The knot is it is like those floppy disks or whatever that lets humans cast arcane skills, so that's perfect. Wow. Amazing.
I thought it was necessary to report this to the Timekeeper's organization. It was her contribution. But it did not go well.
What did not go well? What do you mean it did not go well? Is it because Lucy melted away? They're not happy that well, I don't know. What is the melting away actually?
Forgive the interruption. What's a knot?
What are you talking
I will
about,
be glad
attendee?
to answer your question. Knot theory is a branch of algebraic
Yeah,
topology.
knot theory. I was right.
In
It is called knot
mathematics,
theory.
a knot refers to a connected closed curve in three-dimensional Euclidean space that does not intersect itself. They can also be described as shapes in three-dimensional space that are homeomorphic to circles.
Okay.
Knot theory focuses on the entanglement and configurations of closed curves in three-dimensional space, rather than the curves themselves. Since all closed curves are homeomorphic to circles, they can all be topologically categorized as circles.
Awesome.
A knot equivalent to a two-dimensional circle is called an unknot, and
I don't mean to question Laplace's expertise, but this approach may not be the best solution for widespread implementation.
What are you talking about,
The
attendee?
concepts are complex even for us, let alone others. We can't expect to give an advanced math lesson to every individual under these circumstances.
What? I swear we don't even need, like, people don't even need to understand knot theory to use the ritual.
Doing math before the storm. Nobody's got time for that.
What? I'm so confused,
as
honestly.
it turned out, presenting a technical report was much too premature. We should have a complete and official report once the immunity gear is produced.
Okay.
Maybe you can change your approach the next time you report to the Foundation.
Yeah, I was about to mention, but we've seen so much of Laplace, this chapter, but like we've literally seen like no foundation since like chapter 4 or 5, I guess, in the beginning of 5.
I simply gave them honest answers.
That's great. She turns her head and looks thoughtfully out the window.
But
Oh, we're back
this
here again.
solution is deserving of widespread implementation.
Good stuff.
All we need is a piece of rope and tie it end to end.
Right, but I'm still worried. But Lucy's robot body literally melted away, and I don't know why.
And spend 3 to 5 minutes to make this knot.
Yeah, that's it.
This can be done anywhere, at any time, by anyone using any type of cordage. The oldest, fastest, and most basic ritual, the key to braving the storm.
Honestly, it's amazing. I can't believe it. Honestly, that we found we found immunity to the storm. I fear something terrible might happen
Is
though.
a knot.
Why didn't you tell the House of Integratus? I'm sure they would have funded us generously.
I will make sure to put it in my interdepartmental report.
Okay. A rare hint of frustration flickers across her face. But she quickly moves on to a subject that deserves her attention.
But at this point in time, the knot only functions like an incantation.
Isn't that the point?
It is
Sorry.
not suitable for widespread use until the research on the side effects and the converter are complete.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. I thought that for some reason I thought that with the knot you could just like you could just avoid all the side effects and okay, yeah, no, sorry, my bad. Yeah, so the knot's only for basically just allowing humans to use it, I guess. Yeah. And we still have to use the converter and the air in the storm to like get the energy or arcanum energy, whatever it's called, to allow us to cast it, maybe. And then we have to deal with the side effects as well, I suppose.
In any case, I've completed all the tasks you assigned me.
Good stuff, Enigma. Now back to your room for the next
My
7
last
years.
plea is, please never put Ulrich and I on the same team again.
He did say that, so yeah. The researcher lets out a deep yawn, feeling as if he hasn't slept in ages. Maybe he can catch a quick nap before the final battle begins.
I'm surprised that you're not in the lab. Something bothering you?
Is she waiting for someone again? Is she waiting for doves?
Wait, don't tell me you're charging here.
The robot turns to him, an approving smile on her face.
Excellent job, Researcher Adler. You have proven that you are keeping the locations of public outlets in Laplace in mind,
Bro,
which
what?
is a positive sign for your resocialization.
A re-socialization. Oh my god. Oh.
But I am powering up to reach my optimal condition, preparing for what is to come.
What is to come, Lucy?
The Scroll of Apeiron,
Oh yeah.
the final piece of the puzzle. The key to minimizing any negative effects caused by the incantation.
Oh yeah, Lilia is on her way as well with the scroll. Yeah, I'll be so real. I also forgot about that. Sorry, guys. Right, so that's how we're gonna hopefully minimize the side effects as much as possible. And we're back to Lilia.
Wow. The designers on artificial somnambulism could use some of this inspiration.
Yeah, the sky's still looking pretty oily.
Look at the clouds, painted with a syndrome of colors and interrupted by a glorious streak of rainbow. It's truly a masterpiece.
Yep. The red blur streaks forward at lightning speed, but the Olithios are still in hot pursuit. Their skins are becoming increasingly vibrant due to the storm syndrome.
Funny. They're flying towards the headquarters out of instinct. Maybe they can sense immunity zones.
That would be cool.
These little beasts would make for a good study.
Oh?
But I'm not in the mood to take any prisoners.
Alright. Lilia speeds up again, trying to lose the pursuers that are swarming behind her like a dark vortex. Oh, this looks cool. In front of her, under the clouds, the great buildings of the Foundation are now clearly visible.
Fuel and ammunition are running out.
Well, we better make this quick then, Lilia. Our altitude is low enough. She can only see the hallway outside the committee room. Alright.
Maybe I should storm the Vice President's office with them. But other people might get hurt there. Never mind.
She makes an abrupt turn, her mind racing with ideas.
Dive into the lake? But the splash might wet the scroll. Wait, isn't that?
Isn't that what? What's happening? Sprouts from the forest. That looks like a signal to land. Druve is free?
Miss Lilia, this way.
No way, it's Druve is free!
Good timing.
I was about to mention Druve is free as well, because she was just staying at the Foundation all the time. Her friend's presence has given her a clear sense of direction. Without second thought, she charges into the new forest with a huge herd in hot pursuit. Just before crashing into the trees, Red 48 changes course and rockets upward in a perfectly straight line. But the creatures behind her have no such finesse. One by one, they slam into the mesh woven by the dense tangle of trees and vines. Perfect stuff.
Enemies intercepted. Ally landed successfully. Miss Travis, the Elitiaos are all ensnared in vines.
Perfect stuff. The druid closes her eyes, savoring the fresh air.
The winds of triumph sweep through the woods. An excellent flight, Miss Lilia. We will take it from here. Come, everyone. We shall vanquish our foes with the aid of the woods.
Alright. Let's do that. Glad to see Druvis the Third back though. It's been so long since we last saw her. I believe it was chapter 4.
Field check complete.
Alright, let's take these guys down. Alright. Oh, that's not it.
Please stay behind me.
Here we go.
Please let me your power. Awaken. You won't get away.
Awesome. Good stuff.
My
Alright.
responsibility.
Oh, thank you, Liang Yue. Thank you very much.
Ow, stop. Ouch.
Alright. Yeah, alright. We'll attack this one, I guess.
Please stay behind me.
Do this.
Please lend me your power.
And sure, I'll do this. Why not?
You won't get away.
Oh, well, that's great. One more. Oh, I forgot Liang Yue could do that.
Shall I, master? Feel my dark embrace.
Awesome stuff. Alright. Let's see if we can get more Druvis free.
Not even as tough as waking up an old factory man.
Alright. Good stuff.
This
Good
special
teamwork.
operations squad is
Wha-
ready to go.
And we're back here with Marcus. Okay. Where is Marcus and Kakanya? Are they still in Vienna? There's no way they've been stranded in Vienna for like the past 12 hours, right?
Dr. Kakanya, are you really going to stay here?
Wait, is Kakanya really going to stay in Vienna? 4 hours. That's crazy. She shakes her head. Her fingers tight on Marcus's communicator. Wait, she's not gonna stay here? For more than 10 hours, she has been waiting for Laplace to respond. Well, Marcus is tearing up again. I'll be real though, I don't get it. Why have we been stuck in Vienna for the past 12 hours? Did we lose contact or something? There's no way, right? I'm confused. Marcus lowers her eyes, burying her face in her scarf to hide the tears. The doctor quickly notices it. Her voice softens and changes to a lighter tone.
Don't worry about me, young missy. This won't be goodbye forever.
What?
Besides, I have already provided all the help I can, right?
What is she gonna
I
do?
made Isolde show us the ritual and kept her under control, and now you've figured out how the ritual works. To test its results, you will need a couple of volunteers.
What? Okay, but Marcus doesn't seem to find comfort in her words.
But you heard the report from Laplace. The possibility of surviving the ritual is nearly zero without the converter and the scroll and...
Nearly, they said. But not surely.
Kakanya, what the hell? I don't get it though. What was the reason for us testing this right now? Because we can get back to Foundation in time, right? The doctor interjects briskly.
Plus, where else can I go?
To the Foundation?
I was born
storm
and raised
shelter?
in this city. This is where I came from, where I lived and where I belong. This is my whole world. I despised the maggots under its golden surface, and fought for the justice and fairness in our society. But I also cherish every detail of this city, from the intricate carvings on the theater columns to the dirt trodden by dockworkers. All of these things made me me. My family, my friends, my people, and my operas and culture are all here.
Okay.
I never once thought about leaving this place. I have never thought about destroying it either.
She looks up and sighs sentimentally.
Being washed away with it would be a just punishment for all my sins.
Yet her eyes are free of darkness and despair. Oh yeah, guys, I'm just gonna quickly interject here and mention the plot armor that these two have though. Like they've been in the center of the storm like for 20 hours and they're all just chilling. They haven't had any symptoms of the storm syndrome. Very impressive. Marcus can clearly see her determination.
I wish I could be as brave as you are. See you, Miss Clara.
Goodbye, Miss Clara. She gently reaches out to her. Not far away, the Special Operations Squad is ready to go. The helicopter begins to roll, its last errand of the day. Inside the cabin, Isolde sits between two Razor operatives, her wrists bound in cuffs.
Hurry, ladies, before any of us turns into one of those exquisite paintings.
Right. I'm afraid Marcus is the only one leaving.
Sorry, but the headquarters is too far for the teleportation disk from here. You'll have to bear with us smelly old grunts for a little longer.
It is time to part ways.
Goodbye, Miss Marcus. Sharing this era with you has been an honor.
Their warm hands clasp in a powerful handshake. With a wave to the teary-eyed girl, Hakanya turns around and heads toward the City of Madness. What?
Is your birthday approaching, Doctor?
Wait, Isolde? Wait. Isn't she like getting escorted by like two Foundation people as well? I didn't realize she was awake though. I thought she was like, for some reason I thought she was still subdued for some reason. She twirls sharply around at the entranced voice. Isolde reaches out into the air. Still in a dream she's unwilling to wake up from. Oh right, I see. There, the world is unchanged and each day is filled with bliss. For a prisoner in the Foundation's facility, perhaps dreams will provide the solace she needs.
I made this for you.
Her outfit is so good. She holds out a brooch, a piece so exquisite that it too seems to be an intangible figment of a wistful dream. The golden setting nestles in the sparkling gem in place, a gift undoubtedly made with great affection. This does look really good, but I'll be honest, when I looked at this, it kind of vaguely resembled the knot. Like, I know it's like really hard to tell, but like if you really think about it, you know, like this part kind of like twirls in the middle. It really doesn't, but then this part maybe a little bit as well, like the bottom part.
Turquoise and topaz, just like you and your eyes.
Damn.
Please accept my blessings, Doctor.
May your life be filled with joy and contentment, and may your courage guide you through all that comes your way. You are worthy of all the beauty and goodness this world has to offer, and I will hold you in my heart and in my prayers forever.
Wow. Is this a confession from Isolde? Today isn't Cacanha's birthday, nor can she see her reflection in Isolde's lustreless eyes. The Star of Vienna holds up the brooch, yearning at the emptiness before her. If one were to die today, what would she say to her longtime friend?
Süße Träume, Frau Dittersdorf.
She takes the brooch and pins it to her jacket. The communicator at her waist crackles. A ray of hope shines through the static. Oh yeah, Cacanha was waiting for a response through the communicator. For something. I don't remember what now.
Madam Lucy, any progress on the research?
Oh right, they haven't heard about it yet. My bad. To be continued. Okay. Yeah, I'll be real. I was a bit lost on this side of things, but I think they were just informed about the discoveries that 37 Team Timekeeper and Lucy made about the knot. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. I wonder if what happened at the end there is gonna change Cacanha's mind though. Is she still gonna stay there in Vienna, or is this new discovery going to convince Cacanha to stay with us? Mirror and curtains. Let's see what's up. Surveillance report on Miss Weyerhaeuser. About the forest you're familiar with. About a companion you know so well. Is it Druva's Free? Observe the direction. Yeah, Druva's Free. Following the forest incident, Miss Weyerhaeuser, I'm probably mispronouncing that so hard, I'm sorry, suspected of using her arcane skills to destroy and invade public places, and thus causing severe damage, was required to eliminate the influence of Arcanum and restore the original function of sight. Was forced to participate in 120 hours of Foundation service activities, in addition to a fine of 200,000 Sharpodontes. Oh my god. Ms. Weyerhaeuser showed a high degree of cooperation in accepting her punishment. She enrolled the temporary tree processing class and within 3 days dealt with the excessive tree overgrowth she had caused by trimming all the greenery within the Foundation. At her impassioned request, the materials from the processed trees will be fully utilized. In the following period, the tree processing class responded to this request. We processed the trees into lumber and sent them into the engineering department. The byproducts were processed into organic fertilizer, and the remaining fruits were distributed by the canteen at lunchtime to offset Miss Weyerhaeuser's service activity time. The acorn bread and berry pies received quite good reviews. In summary, given her excellent performance and good attitude in admitting her mistakes during this period, we believe she has fulfilled her compensatory obligations to our satisfaction, and it is recommended that surveillance and movement restrictions are lifted from Miss Weyerhaeuser in advance. That is all. Awesome! That's great to hear. The last big news flash. Half of this newspaper page has been soaked in murky oil paint. Fortunately, the other half of the text is still faintly legible. I don't know if I'm crazy. Maybe today is the end of the world, but I have to write this down. This is my duty as a journalist. The whole of Vienna has become an oil painting splashed with turpentine, and I'm not using that as a metaphor. Literally, everything is dripping with paint, and I'm no exception. Fortunately, my right hand is fine for now, and I can still write. I thought Freeman fighting to the death over the pronunciation of a word would be enough to make the front page of newspapers, but I was wrong. A great war is unfolding, a great war that will involve the whole world. Those feet marching on the streets can't wait to throw the world into the roasting flames of hell. Hungarians, Austrians, Transylvanians, Germans, Cisleithanians. The streets and cafes are full of lunatics talking nonsense, except for me and the little girl who just came to make a phone call carrying a case of bugs. The girl was crying so sadly when she made the call. She ran so fast when she came that she even slipped and fell, and she didn't realize her books had fallen over the place until after she finished the call. I don't understand what there is to cry about when everything has become like this everywhere, and any semblance of order will soon disappear. If there is anything that still makes you sad, then you should do everything in your power to destroy it, just like the editor who keeps rejecting my drafts. If I don't take him down, I'll never have my chance to shine. This article will appear in tomorrow's paper, along with the destruction of my editor, if the world hasn't ended by then. Damn, this person's really angry at their editor. But yeah, no, I think this person ran into Marcus. Yeah, so I believe Marcus was making a phone call back to her orphanage, thanks to the phone number that Greta Hoffman, rest in peace, gave to her when she died. Yeah, I'm glad Marcus did manage to make that call. That's great to hear. All right, part 27. Hymnus ad bacchum. That's probably not how you pronounce that, but sorry. Let's see what's happening here.
6 is awake?
Oh, 6 is awake. Perfect. No longer in a coma. Let's see. The blind woman nods, smiling. 37 scrambles up from the floor, her eyes sparkling with joy.
Fabulous! Now everything is perfect, like the number 10.
Awesome.
He will be happy to hear that I've cracked the code.
What if he isn't, though? She skipped across the room, the paper with the knots on it still in her hand.
I did it, Vertin!
Yeah?
I have proven the light of truth still shines. With some time, communication, and a flash of inspiration, we can bring it down from the unattainable skies and let its radiance illuminate all.
Amazing stuff, 37.
And I've also proven that the truth is not out of reach or too distant to grasp.
Yep, amazing.
So,
well played.
once Sophia knows about this, she'll come back to us, right?
Yeah, 37. Sophia is gonna join back to our side with that immaculate clothing that she got from Manus, and will live happily ever after. Yay! Except this isn't that kind of game, I feel like. So, she opens her eyes wide, eager for the affirmation she yearns to hear. Oh, Vertin.
I'm sure she'll be happy with what you've accomplished, 37.
I'm sure she will be. 37 nods with satisfaction and quickly dives back into her work, further perfecting the solution. The leaps in progress and the news of Six's return have filled the lab with smiles and lively conversations. Yet the most active members of the past are not here for the celebration.
Did 210 and 888 go to get 6?
Wait, where did they go then? Wait, I'm confused. How did we know that 6 is awake then? If, right, I guess, like, a messenger. Oh, I guess I thought everyone was down at the lab, but I guess, like, they separated into 2 groups. Like, maybe the rest of, Aperon, the people of Aperon are, like, up here with 6, I guess, and they sent, like, a messenger, and maybe that's why 37 guessed, 210 and 888 went, to 6 over here.
You don't seem that happy.
The leader stops, looking at the speaker coming down the steps.
The Star of Hermes deciphered the code of Aperon. She found a way to cross the emanation.
Good stuff.
We should all feel happy for her.
The leader does not answer, having mastered the art of silence over the years. The rhetorician doesn't care. He can effortlessly engage in dialogue and is at ease in any conversation, even with a rock. Damn.
Yet here you are, so indifferent.
Yeah, I wonder what 6 is thinking about all this. Was he expecting us to fail miserably? Is that why he was dooming so hard when they were at the purification ritual?
It is because you, too, know that what has happened will not change, regardless of whether she figures it out or not.
Oh? And the contemplative music is coming back? Oh right, what has happened will not change. Sorry, I thought like what's coming will not change, and I'm like thinking that we're all gonna get cooked by the storm, but my bad.
A ritual to save people from the emanation is nothing compared to the disruption of the law above. It also cannot change the fact that our faith is dead.
Damn.
We're talking about how the island has sunk, and we're now sailing in a tsunami. A tiny miracle, a spark of inspiration won't save the ship from the wrath of the tides.
That's true. His tone is sarcastic, but the mockery is missing in his eyes.
To be honest, I was surprised that she asked such a practical question. I guess the trivialities of the phenomenal world did eventually affect her. It's a shame that many others lack her determined will to see beyond the void of our broken reality.
What's your point?
Okay, 6.
Can't you see? I'm getting a rise out of you.
And he's smiling as well. He beams a huge grin.
Who would have thought that our great, perfect, honorable leader of the School of Apeiron has been a nihilist all along? You never revered the truth, did you? That's why you kept us in the dark for 4 years. You never respected our beliefs for a second in your life.
The man down the steps shakes his head.
The people who seek the truth are more important than the truth itself.
Damn.
I may not understand that ever-shifting number, but I do understand and respect the people here.
He's continuing the conversation, a rarity to behold. Ever since becoming 6, he's rarely had a chance to unleash his sarcastic wit.
So you know the secret. What now? Now that you know the truth could lead to a nihilistic void, I wonder if you would abandon our doctrines, our wisdom, and our inheritance, and step into the darkness in a fit of rage.
Damn.
When truth fails, sophistry prevails. Correct?
Ha!
Damn.
We cannot deny that fate, the unspeakable, holds wisdom beyond our understanding. Perhaps it does take a resolute skeptic, an impartial nihilist, to steady this ship and remain detached enough to look on from the sidelines.
Where's 888 though? 210 looks up.
It's a pity.
Okay.
This was supposed to be the best time of year to make wine.
Well, maybe you can use those grapes that have been hanging on your head for like forever to make some wine. He leaves without looking back. The silent leader continues on the familiar path. Where's he going? Is he going to the lab or somewhere else? A short distance away, 37 slides gracefully down the sand and runs toward him.
6! You're here!
Oh, perfect. I thought she was still working on her calculations, but I guess she took a little break to come see 6.
888 said they're holding a celebration before the arrival of the emanation, in honor of the living and the dead. Will you join us, 6?
37. Do you remember the story of Socrates?
Was that the one with the cave? I think so.
The one you told me in the cave? The trial is over. Why mention it? You should answer my question first.
Oh wait, yeah, 6 was supposed to ask 37 something after the cleansing ritual, right? Before like the like he fell into a coma and stuff. Words trail off as her eyes suddenly widen in fear. She is completely fixated on what's in the distance. What, the island? She knows the feast is underway, and she's recalculated the safe zone for them to hold it in. Sorry. Wait. Is the safe zone shrinking even harder? Is her calculations off? But now, people are laying out food and wine on the ruined beach, among the rubble and wreckage, right next to the remains of the battlefield.
Wait, are they holding the ceremony outside the immunity zone? I told them to go to the meadow near the top of the mountain where they will be completely safe. I've checked my calculations over and over, leaving no room for error.
What's happening to those people? This can't, something has to be off of those people. There's no way they will just randomly go to such a completely different location, to the meadow near the top of the mountain. And the music is picking up as well. Could the immunity zone have completely disappeared somehow? And then those people were like somehow affected by a storm syndrome, and now they've lost it and they're holding it at the beach.
888 must have made a mistake. I need to warn them.
Her tiny arms are held back. Blonde hair droops over Six's eyes. First 7 looks back in confusion at the leader's unusual behavior.
37.
What's happening?
Either be wise, uninvolved, and look on, or be practical, involved, and suffer.
So either be like you, 6, or we're gonna participate in the events of the wait, what's it called? The phenomenal world, I believe, and suffer. It's basically what the island of Aperon was like, right? Before it got revealed. Like, they're just uninvolved and looking on outside at the rest of the world. And yeah, and they didn't want to be part of the phenomenal world, be involved, and then suffer.
Which one will you end up choosing?
I feel like she's gonna be...
You mean all we need is a piece of hope?
Yes, Kakanya. The voice on the phone sounds unsure.
Yes. In recognition of your extraordinary contributions, Laplace is honored to present you with the fruits of our labor. This knot is the result of our research. The knot has been validated as a working ritual on both humans and arcanists. With the help of other arcanists, we found methods to avoid side effects and conducted small-scale experiments with success.
Awesome. And I'm guessing this suggests that they've already received a scroll from Lilia, and they've managed to avoid side effects, maybe completely or little ones.
So are you saying we can...
However, since the experiment is still in its early stages, it involves a variety of materials and complicated rituals that are not yet possible for transmission.
RIP.
Nor can we deliver you any experimental equipment, as the storm is about to make landfall.
RIP.
The knot acts as an equivalent to the incantation.
Yeah.
But it does not guarantee that we will meet the casting requirements.
Oh, I see.
Or avoid the likely side effects.
Right, I see. Yeah, so we definitely still need the converter to harness energy from the air before the storm. Yeah. This is devastating news for anyone in need of rescue in the midst of a disaster. The robot pauses briefly, searching its database for kinder phrasings.
I apologize, Miss Kakanya. Perhaps the result of our work will not really help your situation.
You said the knot works on both humans and arcanists, right?
Yes, Kakanya? That was that. Surprisingly, there's no despair in her voice.
Yes.
That is more than enough. This is the best news I've heard so far.
Oh. So I think maybe she's like happy, like on behalf of like the world, right? Maybe, because now there's a way that humans and arcanists can survive the storm in the future. Yeah. The robot did not understand her mumbling, but she found something in her database that might help.
I have 2 more pieces of good news.
Ah, okay.
First, the curse is not inevitable. Our experiments showed a 0.49% likelihood of no side effects occurring at all.
Damn. I think that's rarer than getting a 6-star with in like a banner in this game.
Second, the closer the storm gets, the more pneuma fills the air, leading to a greater success rate of the ritual.
Oh, perfect.
Yet, even with these factors combined, the rate of success is still extremely low.
Let's gamble.
It's all right. With millions of people trying, there's hope that at least one person will succeed against the odds.
That is true.
Thank you for sharing this with me, madam.
I will do everything I can to spread this knot in Vienna.
Alright.
To the Arcanists, humans, Magyars, and Germans. They are all my people, regardless of their social status, profession, or race.
Okay, Kakanya.
They all deserve the right to survive.
Okay, Kakanya. Good on you. I'll support your decision here. Lucy ends the call and turns around. There stands a Foundation employee sent here to inquire about the experiment with a stern expression after overhearing the conversation.
Madame Lucy, I can only assume you acted impulsively and overlooked the proper application process. The knot is new and not ready for widespread testing. Distributing it in Vienna could lead to more casualties or even fall into the hands of our enemies.
That is true. But to be honest, yeah, I mean, like, we should at least try saving Vienna, I guess. Yeah, I mean, does it mean anything for it to fall into the hands of our enemies? Like, Manus Vindictae literally already has they've mastered the immunity ritual somehow, so I feel like it's not that much of a problem for them. But yeah, I mean, leading to more casualties, it's more like if everyone's gonna die. Okay, this sounds very grim, but if everyone's gonna die to the storm anyways, like, at least it's giving them a chance to survive, right?
I must remind you that this is a clear violation of the regulations set by Pax Security Council, the St. Pavlov Foundation, and the Laplace.
And the Laplace.
Yes. How careless of me.
Oopsie. The robot nods.
But I did tell her I would share the results of the research. And this is what you call a promise. And
well
the
done,
database
Lucy.
says, a promise made is a promise kept.
Well played, Lucy. Promise made is a promise kept. The storm is imminent. The final moment has arrived. The time has come, guys. So I guess it's only Vienna that's gonna use the knot then, I guess? Because everyone else will be back at Foundation, I suppose, in the storm shelter. So they wouldn't have any reason to be playing around with the knot right now.
My brothers and sisters, put down your cups for a moment and lend ear to me.
Wait, so did 888 willingly bring everyone to the beach outside the immunity zone?
We were born extraordinary, yet estranged from the world around us. Throughout the ages, we wandered the world like a ship lost at sea. Despite the instability and chaos, we persevered, and together we sought after the truth that would illuminate us all.
Right.
Through introspection and contemplation, we cleansed ourselves of hatred, madness, and delusion, and embraced the value of beauty and harmony.
Yet now, our shattered faith mingles with the rubble of this phenomenal world, as specks in an unjust timeline, as remnants of a tide long receded. The dream of the transcendental world is broken, and the order of the transcendental law is no more.
Our sanctuary has crumbled, exposing us to live in a world filled with conflict and turmoil.
Yeah.
Where we will be trapped in the wheel of birth, doomed to repeat the mistakes of history for eternity.
Yeah, I still don't get why we are on the beach and not on the meadow on the hill. Are we like bringing all of us here just so we can all die to the storm syndrome? I don't get it.
But do not despair, for there is another way to the truth.
Oh? I don't get it. Is 210 and 888 in cahoots in this? They're trying to like convince everyone else that there's a way to another way to the truth, and they're just lying to them? I don't get it.
It is a path fueled by unbridled passion, one that was stifled by moderation and restraint, a path that transcends the individual, breaks all boundaries and limitations, and leads us back to the essence in a fiery blaze of glory.
What the hell are we talking about, bro?
This path is the emanation, which we stride into for the ultimate truth of our journey.
So we've lost it. We've all just lost it. We're trying to lead ourselves into the emanation. Oh, something broke. Is that like the wine cup that they were using for celebration? Oh, back in Vienna?
Doctor?
Oh, hey buddy. It's been a while since we saw you. The boy eases his pace as he sees Kakanya rushing his way.
Finally, someone I know.
She cradles a thick stack of pamphlets in her arms, a little out of breath.
Illich, gather everyone you can and have them read out these steps in the plaza for all to hear.
It's like a step-by-step guide to tie the knot or something.
Impossible. Go to the telegraph office or use a printing machine to copy flyers. Distribute as many copies as you can. I'll go to Leopoldstadt and find the Gracchus brothers. They know where to find abandoned military hot air balloons.
Damn. All in 4 hours.
About, Doctor?
That's
People
crazy.
are too busy trying to escape. I want nothing to do with those crazies. This? A guide for tying knots? Don't you know the world is about to end? So many warnings. Who'd want to read this?
The people who want to survive will read it. I can't guarantee anything. It's a gamble for our lives. But people have a right to try before doomsday arrives. Illich, please trust me one more time. Please.
The boy recognizes the plea in her voice. Oh yeah, let me just quickly go back to 210 and 888 though. It seems like maybe they've just given up on, like, I don't know. It seems like they've had enough of 6, they've had enough of their faith crumbling, and they're just gonna accept the emanation and trying to convince everyone else to join them. So yeah, rest in peace to all those Payram believers, because they're outside the immunity zone and they're all gonna get cooked.
Fine, Dr. Clara. If this works, your coffee for the rest of your life is on me.
Awesome. We're back here.
Why?
Oh, 37's crying. Clutching at her own hair, she lets out a heart-wrenching wail.
Why? Why are you still leaving? I found the truth. I completed the test. I deciphered the code of Apiron.
She struggles, trying to break free from the arm holding her back, her eyes fixed on the beach before her.
Why aren't you stopping them, Six?
They chose their path, 37, just like Sophia chose hers. And of course he's got nothing to say. A friendly figure comes up to them.
Hello.
Oh, hello Marta. Are you not joining in the celebrations? I'm glad you're not though, because you're probably gonna die brutally.
Are you joining them, Miss Marta?
She smiles and shakes her head, turning her face toward the leader.
I find myself uncertain of which way to go. Would you kindly give me some guidance?
I mean, I'm sorry, but realistically, what are we supposed to gain by venturing into the emanation right now? Like, the storm is like literally 3 hours away, and like, what is journeying off the island going to do for us? Like, what? We probably can't even reach more land by the time the storm comes. We're all just gonna capsize in the ocean, and we're all gonna die painfully if we take that boat, or however they're planning to leave the island.
The guidance I can offer you is limited, Miss Marta.
Maybe we can learn a bit about how she got to this island, though.
I think fate knows its own fate better than anyone.
6, what are you saying, man? That doesn't even make sense.
Thank you for your advice.
Marta, you can't treat that like sound advice. That was literally nothing. What? That literally means nothing, Marta. Whatever. She steps into the path of no return. Whoa! No, Marta! No! Wait, we're all dying, guys. Why are we doing this? To be continued. Wow. What a devious to be continued. Wow. I mean, like, what am I supposed to say, guys? What the hell am I supposed to say? Okay. Let's talk about Vienna first. Surprise, surprise. Kakanya hits the 0.5% or a higher percent. She successfully ties the knot, and the knot was glowing. So I'm gonna assume that the knot worked. But we did get a little flash of that brooch that Isolde gave her, and I'm gonna stick to my original idea about the brooch. It vaguely resembles the shape of the knot, and I'm going to suggest that it had something to do with Kakanya surviving, okay? Isolde did have some interactions with Manus Vindicte, so it's entirely possible that she somehow interwoven the storm immunity knot into the brooch, because the shape vaguely resembled the knot, but like it didn't really have that those three crossings in the middle, in the top middle. Well, actually there's 4, but yeah, it didn't have those exactly, but I'm just gonna stick with it. And yeah, unfortunately, we saw Marta join the remaining believers of, well, the no longer believers of Apeiron at the beach to celebrate, and they all got cooked by the emanation. Now I don't know if the storm has actually arrived yet. I think it's completely arrived, and yeah, judging by the time, I think the storm has just passed. So I believe we're in a new era. Yeah, even the date is completely different. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, there we did see 37 getting held back by 6, while the rest of the islanders were embracing the emanation. I thought they were trying to leave the island or something, but no, they were doing their celebration at the beach, and they all got cooked by the emanation. Surprise, surprise, no one's surprised. But it's a shame that Marta joined them, and it looks like she got the storm syndrome as well. So that's so sad for Marta's character. Like, I thought we would see more of her, to be honest. Yeah. I wonder why she went ahead and joined the other people, though. I do wonder why. And I wonder if it would have anything to do with the question that Besmer asked from Asking the Choir way back when in the No So Sure event. Because I don't think we knew what question she asked. I think we just knew she got a satisfactory answer. But yeah. Regardless, here we are. We're still on the island of Apeiron. All the other people who went to the beach are dead, I'm assuming. So yeah. Let's just read this real quick.
Dear child, look at you. You're exhausted. I couldn't be of help then. But it's okay. The party is over now. At least let me brush your hair, darling.
It's been like a while since we last heard this narrator as well. Like maybe like 10 parts or something.
Or your hair will get all knotted. And it will hurt you when you try to untangle them.
Damn, that's so true. Indeed, it happened more than once.
I'm not surprised. An old friend of ours, not. Often we learn our knots before we even know how to read and write.
I'm gonna assume that's a metaphor, because there's no way anyone knew how to tie a knot when they were like 2.
A knot could be an obstacle that breaks the consistency of a flow. And also a reminder of forgotten things. You can use just about anything on hand to make a knot. Leaves of grass, the fur of an animal, even fallen hair. But the sturdiest knots are tied with rope.
Uh-huh.
Knots are often found in many stories. Signify promises, counting and measuring, an instrument of salvation, and one of execution.
What else can these knots really do?
Oh, I could go on all day. The influence and power of knots can't be overstated.
Alright.
It is said that it was in the cutting of the Gordian knot that Alexander became the Great. Just touching the meters-long rope provides blessings to the faithful in Bellum. And tiny knots on strings can carry the history of an entire people.
Alright.
The ancient Inca called it quipu. The intricate variations of hundreds of fabrics, colors, and lengths of strings were used to record their stories through the ages. And to think, Shakespeare only had 26 letters to create his masterpieces.
Isn't there something a bit more practical?
Just look around you. Don't sailors use knots to mark depths in mainsails? Or coachmen tying knots to rein their horses? And any respectable lady or gentleman knows the knots they must tie about their necks to stay in fashion.
I can never remember how to tie a tie. And I hate ties. Sorry, guys.
Or consider the knot-like
Ooh,
helix
that's
structure
true.
of DNA and the changes in states of matter. Invisible to the naked eye, these knots carry some hint at a universal law.
Damn. Okay.
That there might be a string, like the quipu, an endless rope that records in its knots everything in the world, one that can't be seen, yet there it is, everywhere, all at once.
Damn. That's a pretty OP string, to be honest.
Maybe you could tie this knot yourself. Use your hair, then form a loop, pass the end through it, and tighten it up. There you go.
I'm not tying a knot with my hair.
I hope you keep this knot as a record of the words we shared here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I tied no knot here, I'm afraid. Alright. Well, yeah, off we go into the next part. Part 28. The two numbers. Wait. Is 37 and 6 the only two, like, inhabitants of a Aperon that actually survived the emanation? I think so, right? Because I think all the others went and joined 210, 888, and Marta on the beach. Well, sucks to suck. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to everyone who died in this emanation. I wonder what era we're in though.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either, 37.
I should be giving them my blessings. They're brave enough to return to the essence. But instead, sadness washes over
No,
me.
her eyes have gone dark. Oh, not anymore. Oh wait, no, it's the top of her eyes are like dark. That's why it looked dark.
I should feel happy for Sophia, now that she knows her soul number. Yet, I am filled with sorrow.
The beach is quiet, clean, and perfect again. The storm has washed away everything that's happened. The war, the crowds, and the clinking cups. All gone. It's restored to the likeness of a better time, with no remnants left behind. The last echoes of an era have faded into the distance.
Why did you all leave? Is it because I wasn't fast enough? Is it because I didn't do well enough?
It's not your fault, 37. They chose their fates. And so did Marta. And Sophia. Her petite frame sways in the breeze until finally she crumples to the sand. Well guys, at least the storm immunity research is going ahead, and it's like theoretically everything would click into place and everything will be good. Rivulets of tears stream down her cheeks, mixing with the mud on the ground. Her face, hair, and gilded robe are marred with stains. But she shows no concern as she bawls her eyes out, her grief tearing at the core of her being. Like the first cries of a newborn entering the phenomenal world. Thus the leader knows. The question is answered. Rather than looking on, she has chosen to be practical, involved, and suffer. Yep, that's what I thought she would pick as well. And now, the moment of parting has come. What? Where's bro going?
Go, 37. Leave the island to the world outside.
What are you doing then, 6? Don't tell me you're just gonna stay here alone on this island until you die.
Ms. Vertin, you're clearing a path out of the mires of the phenomenal world. I sincerely hope you will steer it away from the horrors of war.
It's our duty to do so.
6 nods approvingly. The importance of the scroll needs no further proclamation.
Also, the person you were looking for, I am not familiar with a biographer named Erd.
Wait, we're looking for a person called Erd? I don't know who that is. Is that a reference to a previous event, or is this just completely new?
However, in my recollections from the previous 6, there was a lady with a soul number just as unique as yours.
Verdin's mom? I don't know. I don't know who this Erd is as well. Were they mention? Was that like on a piece of like media or something?
Are you saying?
Sadly, these vague scraps of information were all that I inherited. I hope they will be useful to you.
He turns around. Without another look at the empty beach, he starts walking back. Where's bro going? Some believers trail after him without hesitation. Okay, right. Okay, so we still have believers, okay? We still have believers. I thought 6 and 37 were the only believers of Aperon that were still alive. Okay, no, so not all of the islanders went to the beach and died there. Seeing this, the girl wipes off her tears and scrambles to her feet.
No. Wait. 6, where are you going?
I guess they're going to rebuild or something? I don't know, bro.
Everyone is gone. Sophia, 210, 888, and now you too?
I'm returning to the cave, 37.
Oh, the cave.
There are still people who refuse to be caught in the cycle of hatred or give in to unrestrained passion. The entrance to the sacred place may be destroyed, but the people's faith is yet to be extinguished.
Okay.
We will persist in studying the scrolls, copying the scriptures, and restoring our halls. We will worship the Ancient One in penance and work to rekindle the flame of our broken beliefs.
Damn. You do you.
The island is a manifestation of our choices, a haven removed from the phenomenal world, a place of order and harmony. And it is our determination that will sustain its tranquil existence.
Alright. Good luck, buddy. We'll see you never, I guess.
I will go with you.
I wonder if 6 is gonna reject 37 here and not let her come with us.
No.
Yeah.
Your choice has already been made, 37. You should not go back.
Basically just kicking her out of the island now.
The sorrows and doubts you have can only be alleviated by experiencing the outside world.
37's face turns completely pale. 6 shakes his head, looking toward the setting sun.
Thousands of years ago, the first faithful ones fled from the Roman Empire and journeyed to this island, where they founded the School of Aperon.
500
500 years ago, refugees from Arabia found shelter here. They filled the cavern's shelves with copies of their writings and texts. Half a century ago, scholars who had their research exploited for warfare came and expanded our knowledge on modern mathematics. There were many 37s and 6s among them. Yet, are we any different from them in essence? Even if we are no longer here, the numbers 37 and 6 will still exist. Even if the island sank, these numbers would reappear elsewhere. The integer sequence is infinite, 37. Rather than clinging to a set of specific numbers, you should go and work out your own calculations and conclusions.
So now you're choosing to be wise and look on. But I don't understand. How could one be wise by being uninvolved and looking on from the sidelines?
Enlighten us, 6. 6 lets out a sound, almost a chuckle. Oh my god, he's laughing. Out of character moment.
You overestimate wisdom, Miss
He's
Burton.
smiling.
It can't do everything. Wisdom can free people from ignorance, but it can also lead them to a nihilistic void. Yet, someone will always seek this wisdom, even if nihilistic, to briefly rise above their worldly troubles and find some relief. And someone will have to stay here and provide a neutral haven for the drifters of the phenomenal world, and give the lost souls a harbor to return to.
Okay, buddy. Respectable. You keep this island running, okay? He turns again, ignoring the calling behind him this time.
Wait! 6! Wait!
She rubs her face with her palms and pulls up her robe, running down the beach. She stumbles over a pebble and falls, but she pushes through the pain and rises to her feet, still running as fast as she can. Do the people of these islands, like, not have... Do they have shoes, actually? Surely they wear shoes, right? Sorry, I'm just guessing.
Wait, 6!
Have we caught up?
Atticus!
Atticus? Wait, what does that mean? Sorry, did I forget some Oh, wait, oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, that's his, that was his name before he became 6, right? Sorry, my bad. It sounded a bit like an Arcanist, like an arcane creature name, so I was confused. So I thought like here's some creature or something, but no, it's 6's previous name. The man stops. He had not expected to hear that name. Numbers are the essence of one's soul, and names are but the echoes of the phenomenal world. You know what? I just realized. I don't think 37 is supposed to know 6's real name. I mean, his previous name. Yeah, 6 told his previous name Atticus to 210 and 888 next to that wall of truth. So, yeah. So, damn, 37 must be really good at seeing people's numbers if she can see people's previous names as well. He was born into his number, long before he was given the name Atticus. 37 never once called him by that name, for she had always valued the essence above all else. Now here she stands, hair tangled with mud, knees bleeding, all battered and bruised, yet her gaze remains resolute.
Will you leave a door open for me in your cave, like when we were kids?
Damn, she's so battered.
I know the transcendental law is in disorder, but that doesn't mean the truth is gone. I will carve a new path through the chaos, calculate better solutions than ever before, and delve into the phenomenal world to discover all it has to offer.
Amazing. Find the order through the chaos.
By then, if I run into problems that I can't solve, can we talk about them together? Like we used to?
3 maxims were carved on the pillars of the Temple of Apollo. Know thyself, nothing in excess, and give a pledge and trouble is at hand. Wait, give a pledge and trouble is at hand. Oh right, so you shouldn't be giving pledges? What can he say? Alleviating doubts is a leader's duty.
Yes, a door will be left open for you, 37.
Amazing. And speaking of doors, there's still that free doors like game mode or something that I still haven't gone around to playing, guys. I'm so sorry. Like I haven't had time to do like any extra stuff. I'll be real. I'm so sorry, bro. Maybe I'll get around to it one day.
Both you and your friends can come in.
Thanks, man.
It's a promise. 6.
Well, a pledge. He has given a pledge, and trouble is at hand. Hopefully not, though. I mean, it's just a nice promise. Surely nothing can go wrong about this. She brushes away her tears and waves to him. It's still a goodbye, but it's no longer as devastating. It's goodbye for now. The last of the Perun followers have left, leaving only the Timekeeper's team on the beach. And 37. Oh? How's their ship already,
Zeno
bro?
sent a ship to pick us up.
How? The storm just passed. I guess Zeno is just really close by or something.
Let's go, 37. The researchers of Laplace would love to meet you.
Yeah. The girl's shoulders are trembling.
Are you nervous? Afraid of the unknown world?
Maybe a little. But I will get used to it.
Awesome, 37. Welcome to the phenomenal world. She lets out a breath, clearing the tangle of emotions from her mind. A familiar smile lights up on her face.
Because the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
Okay, 37. If you say so. To be continued. Okay. We still got 2 parts left though. So that's pretty interesting. Awesome. Yeah. Let's press on with part 29. It's 6 days later, so we'll probably have some developments. Is this the foundation building? I'm gonna guess so. Yeah, I completely forgot there's also an interlude chapter for chapter 7. Because of 2.7's time frame, I'm going to do sorry, what's it called? 1.8. I'm gonna do 1.8 like I'm gonna do 1.8 after wrapping up the chapter today, and then 2.7, and then I think after that we will either do the interlude or wrap up, or well, not wrap up, but do Nightmare at the Green Lake: A Journey to Moorpank maybe, and then we can go back into the main story, do this chapter 8, etc. maybe. I don't know. It's still a bit unclear, but yeah, definitely 1.8 and 2.7 will be coming after this episode, though, I think. So yeah, let's see, part 29, the umbrella and the knot. Let's see.
We are prisoners within these cavern walls. Our gaze is held captive by the shadow's thrall. Until our hands clasp and our chains rattled, we united to break free from our shackles. The sightless joined forces with the soundless, and the voiceless uplifted the helpless. Together, we assembled a sliver of truth, a piece of the world hidden since youth.
Okay. Wow, back in the foundation. It's been a while. Hello, Mesmer Jr.
Have you got something for me, Mesmer?
Mesmer Jr. looks worn and tired, but her demeanor is still somewhat friendly. Dark circles are clearly visible under Mesmer Jr.'s eyes, just like every Laplace member encountered today.
Yes. They asked me to give this to you.
Okay. An
The
umbrella.
culmination of our research, the crystallization of man in all its wisdom, the protective gear against the storm.
Interesting. Oh, it's got the checkerboard pattern on the umbrella as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so what? Is this like the ultimate protection gear? It's got like no side effects. It's gonna siphon energy from the storm to allow the user to meet the like arcanum gap, the arcanum energy gap maybe, and also and also having the knot maybe in it. I don't
An
know.
umbrella. Something you personally don't really need.
Yeah, because she can just brave the storm on her own. She takes a sarcastic jab as she opens the white Satan umbrella. Oh, whoa, look at that. That's pretty cool design inside there. And there's like something inside there. Is that the loop? Oh yeah, I think I see the loop inside that jar or whatever that is.
It's called the Equilibrium Umbrella.
Amazing.
This is the first model, consisting of a converter,
Okay.
a harmonizer, and a ritual core.
Yeah, and that's a ritual core.
The
Awesome.
converter generates a balancing field that can cast rituals in the storm, taking account of the wielder's capabilities.
Amazing.
The harmonizer's markings are inspired by the scroll of Apeiron. Madame Lucy tested it against 162 known side effects and found it to be highly effective.
Right.
The original scroll has been returned to the island.
Okay.
This is only a simplified and duplicated rendition.
Alright, I see. Glad we returned the scroll.
The 162 curses aren't all of them, right?
Correct. There may be other unknown side effects, so the umbrella is only a prototype in the testing phase.
Shout out to all the awakened arcanists testing for the side effects.
And the ritual core. At first it was called the 37 Lucy Knot in honor of the two main contributors.
Yeah, and I liked the name. Don't tell me we renamed it to something stupid or something like so scientific.
However, both of them turned it down.
Ah, alright.
Yes. I still remember what 37 said at the time.
Well, I hope we're not going with the hexadecimal name though.
She would rather name it after the mathematical properties of the knot, even if it's too much of a mouthful.
Oh my god.
No. 37 is not a name, and the truth should not be dressed up with anyone's name.
Please tell me we're not naming it the hexadecimal.
I only found it. I didn't invent it. I don't need something named after me to prove my sense of existence.
Okay, that's pretty respectable, 37.
But I'm not on the island anymore. I can understand that the imaginary numbers need to honor the discovery. You may use another contributor's name for it.
Oh, okay.
I'm willing to accept that.
But then Lucy also
Madame
disagreed.
Lucy showed no interest in the
Yeah.
naming rights.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was transferred to the third major contributor, Adler Hoffman.
Alright. Well, there's no way Adler Hoffman or Enigma is gonna call it that hexadecimal name, so thank goodness.
Sadly, researcher Adler also rejected
God
the
damn
offer.
it!
At first, we nearly ended up using the date of that day as the name.
That is so unoriginal, guys. Oh my god, why is everyone rejecting the offer?
But he changed his mind after confirming he could use his family name instead.
Oh, okay. So we can call it the Hoffman something, maybe. Rest in
The
peace,
Hoffman
Greta. Yay! The Hoffman knot! Oh, Greta Hoffman, guys. Greta Hoffman. Oh.
You named it after Madame Hoffman?
Wouldn't have happened without her. Oh, I'm tearing up.
Yes. Researcher Adler Hoffman wanted to make sure that Greta Hoffman would never be forgotten for her selfless sacrifice.
Thank you, Greta Hoffman. You're the best character in this game.
Level 4 Investigator Marcus, please accept this umbrella.
Level 4?
It is rightfully yours.
Wait, has she always been level 4? There's no way she was always level 4. She was just an assistant, right? But now she's level 4 investigator. I think that's different. And she gets an umbrella. Shout out. She receives an equilibrium umbrella. Its pearly sheen creates an illusion of pure whiteness in front of her. Awesome. Very cool. So is that the same umbrella that Mesmer showed Vertin, or Or did they make multiple prototypes? I don't think it was said how many. Yeah, it's the first model. Yeah, okay, no. If it's the first model, there's definitely more than one.
Given the incredible contributions you have made, you're welcome to apply for a well-deserved and extended vacation.
Damn.
No. I will request for permission to go out.
Okay.
My era has gone. But with this umbrella in hand, I will venture into the new world and marvel at what's to come.
Okay. Marcus looks up at the sky.
Will the sucker tort taste the same?
Oh, we're bringing back the Sacretort. Will it still be as sweet as it was, or as too sweet as it was? With the umbrella in her arms, she bows to the Foundation staff member. You know what, Marcus? Let's go have a Sacretort in memory of Greta Hoffman. Then she turns and walks toward the light. Yay! Off she goes.
And lastly, the asymmetrical nuclide R in the handle of the umbrella is supposed to protect against the storm syndrome, but this still needs to be confirmed through testing.
Alright.
It's okay. This is the one thing we need the most.
If you have no further questions about its usage, I'm heading back to the rehab center.
Okay.
The afflicted researchers there are in dire need of my magnet therapy.
Alright.
Don't you think one is not enough for my needs? I think 5. No, 15 might be more helpful.
Shout out Vertin for haggling for more umbrellas. That's so base, honestly. An unexpected question. Mesmer Jr. stops with a surprised look on her face.
My suitcase can't protect humans from the storm. They'll need the umbrella to survive.
Yeah.
In the future missions, I may encounter lots of
humans. Mesmer Jr. interrupts.
Just a reminder, Timekeeper. This is only a prototype. The application forms for the umbrella are available in the Foundation lobby. Feel free to apply for as many as you need.
Okay. Guess we're filling out forms for umbrellas, guys. She turns and leaves, not staying for another second.
Thank you, Mesmer.
The amount of sunlight is just right. The umbrella pops open, rotating with a touch of grace. Against the white fabric, the golden knot gleams with brilliance.
37 was right. It is a beautiful shape indeed.
Oh, the circle. But yeah, I wonder if Vertin's mom was on the island actually, because 6 mentioned a lady with a unique number. The Foundation Square has been restored to its former glory. A recognizable figure stands there, having waited for a long time.
Hey, Vertin! Did you get it done?
Hello, Regulus.
Yes, it went smoothly. I was expecting something more complicated. So, to get the umbrella, you only need to fill out forms.
Huh? That's not what I was talking about.
Wait, what was she talking about then?
I'm talking about the brave and glorious sacrifice of my apple the second.
Oh my god.
Think the Foundation should compensate me with a shiny new ship?
Maybe we should, Regulus. Maybe we need apple free.
Oh. Oh? What do you mean, oh?
Oh, sorry, Regulus.
Are you saying you totally forgot about it?
No. We just haven't mentioned it yet. Regulus closes in, offended, putting her hands on both her shoulders.
Easy, Regulus. Those people are likely buried in paperwork right now. Just be patient and wait.
Why does Lilia have such a bright blush? Is she drunk or something? Or has she been just drinking? She twirls a golden medal between her fingers. Oh, she got medal. Shout out Lilia. I mean, she did journey on her own from the island all the way back to the Foundation carrying the scroll.
Lilia, how was your commendation ceremony?
She had a ceremony as well. Nice.
They rewarded me for escorting the important item during the storm.
Oh, her blush is gone. Okay.
How is delivering a scroll worthy of a reward? Also, someone should be grateful I didn't crash into the committee building.
Right. Okay, Lilia. She tosses the medal to Regulus.
Take it. Might be useful for your alchemy.
Oh, let me see.
Regulus brings the medal to her mouth and takes a small bite. Regulus, it's not a chocolate coin.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's made of pure gold.
How can you tell, Regulus? You literally just bit it.
On behalf of the pirate community, I thank you for your remarkable contribution to alchemy.
Yep, thanks Lilia, thanks Lilia.
I have one too.
Oh, awesome, Druvis. Druvis freely walks over and places another medal in Regulus's hand. Like Lilia, she was rewarded for helping to deliver the scroll.
Please forgive my lack of contribution, Timekeeper.
It's all good, Druvis. You were doing a community service in the Foundation. She missed the island trip because of the forest they planted in the Foundation Square. Fortunately, the square has been restored to its original condition.
It seems the awakened woods have embraced tranquility once more. Perhaps a sign of good things to come.
Amazing.
I'm glad to see you back on your feet, Miss Druvis. In fact, there's a place I'd like to introduce you to. A flourishing island that survived both war and the storm. I think a talented druid like you would be of great help to them.
Wait, are we sending Druvis to the island? I don't know how I feel about that.
Sounds like a place to look forward to.
Okay. The reunion is cut short by the pirates cheering.
Nice job, Druvis. It's not as big as Lilia's, but it is made of a rare kind of metal.
How are you telling these things, Regulus?
This is a good start, Captain.
Oh, hello,
This
Mr.
Apple
Apple.
thinks we only need 300 more medals to afford a new ship.
Only 300 more? That's crazy.
You read my mind, Mr. Chief Mate. When will Xeno's ceremony be held? This captain is not a fan of these ceremonies. So, could they just mail me my medal?
The rockin' pirate coughs awkwardly, her eyes darting away behind the cover of her shades. Oh, and we're connecting. It's just a new day, guys. Don't worry about it. Hopefully we don't get reset again, though. Like last time. Maybe... yeah, maybe I shouldn't be playing just at the end of a in-game day, but whatever. But yeah. I'm surprised that Druvis Free is just so nonchalant with basically just getting told to go to a completely random location she's never been to. I mean she sounds like she's a fan of the island, but it's still ridiculously random that we can just tell Druvis the Fur to just go everywhere we want her to, and then she just goes there. That's really weird. Oh, Sotheby!
Did I miss something?
Oh, Sotheby, it's been so long since we last saw you.
Are we holding a medal exchanging party?
No, we're not, Sotheby. The last time we saw Sotheby was it Chapter 5 interlude? It was her and Matilda, I believe. Yeah, it was Chapter 5 interlude, because that's where we read the journal or the notes that Greta Hoffman was writing about the island. Yeah. I think that's Chapter 5 interlude. It's been a while though. Welcome back, Sotheby. Regulus rejoices at the sight of the little lady, tears welling up in her eyes. She stretches out a hand and Sotheby immediately gets the message.
But I don't have a medal. All I have is this big round golden...
Oh. A handful of weighty jewelry is placed in Regulus's hands. Oh, perfect.
Captain, I think we can buy a new ship with this.
Absolutely amazing. Regulus wraps her in a ginormous bear hug, moved to tears. Praise Sotheby, the most charitable woman in history, the revitalizer of pirate community, the prime sponsor of the ingenious alchemist, and a bank vault on legs.
Regulus! Regulus!
Oh, Sonetto. Sonetto runs over panting, waving a stack of stamped papers in her hand.
The timekeeper asked me to request a new ship for you, and we have the approval.
Oh, so we didn't forget. Okay. And we got the approval as well, so I guess all those medals and jewelry are going... Where are they going now?
The Foundation will rebuild Apple II and pay for its maintenance.
Huh?
She sees like Regulus hoarding like an armful of jewelry and medals.
Funny you say that, Sonetto.
Yeah, very funny. The trees sway in the breeze and the sunlight streams through the leaves. It is a fine weather to set sail again.
Now we have 2 new ships.
Imagine they actually have 2 new ships though. That would be so funny. That would be hilarious. To be continued. Now, since they're rebuilding Apple II, is that gonna make it Apple free? Oh, notification on receiving the Equilibrium Umbrella. Special notice to all: the prototype of the first generation personal storm immunity device, commonly known as the Equilibrium Umbrella, has been completed and validated through Miss Lucy's testing. Thank you all for your contributions and sacrifices. Everything you have done today will be forever remembered in our history. Special thanks listed in alphabetical order: Abigail, Adler, Afra, Alice. Miss Lucy should be first on the list, but it's in an alphabetical order. It's only fair. Adler sure got lucky with his name on this one. Yeah, he did. Oh well, he deserves it. I'm off on vacation. I'll treat everyone later. Just remember to come along. Glad everyone's having a fun time. And here's our umbrella. I think this board is complete now, right? And there's no way that umbrella was previously there, so I'm just gonna assume that it just turned into umbrella on that little icon up there, so that's cool. Alright, and now finally let's wrap up today's chapter with part 30, and now the curtain call. It's the same day, around 2 hours later. Is this like the ceremony that Regulus was mentioning that Zeno was holding or something? Oh yeah, because they literally nuked Arcana. I forgot to mention that in the recap in the beginning of the episode, but yeah, they literally nuked Arcana. Unbelievable. Yeah, the youth are sailing for a new world, while the old are saying goodbye to the world they knew. Back in Laplace.
15 plugs. This should be enough to cover all socket types at our destination.
Wait, where are we going?
Simone, pass me the experiment log, please.
She brushes the dust off the desk and takes a final inventory of the lab's equipment. She leaves the light off, not needing them any longer. An urgent knock sounds from the door.
Come.
Knock. Before she finishes her protocol for human social customs, the door barges open.
Madame Lucy, is it true?
Oh my god.
Are you leaving Laplace?
Yeah, I was hoping it was Enigma, and it is Enigma, but yeah. She's leaving Laplace, like permanently, or just for like a little like experiment like journey? Like, is she going off to some place to do experiments? Or is she permanently leaving Laplace?
The inquiry is over.
The inquiry? The inquiry of what?
This is the decision of all parties involved.
What?
You have got to be kidding me!
Enigma pounds the table, sending the dust from the experiments into the air.
After all the incredible contributions you've made, they're suspending you?
What the hell?
This is absolutely ridiculous! Without you, there would be no umbrella, and everyone would have died from the side effects!
For real?
But many did perish because of me. I had underestimated the danger of the ritual, and it ended up spreading uncontrollably.
Right, because she told Kakanya it, I guess. Kakanya did survive though. I wonder when we'll run into her again.
Did you not once have the same opinion, researcher Adler Hoffman?
The robot gives him a friendly nod.
It is surprising to see you change your mind so quickly. But that is just what Laplace needs. The spirit of rationality and self-evolution.
The documents have been filed away. I don't know, the way Lucy was saying that sentence kind of sounds like she thinks Enigma would make a great leader of Laplace. Simon walks up to Lucy and takes a heavy experimental apparatus from her hands. As the dust rises from their movements, Enigma lets out a cough.
I can imagine how they came to this decision. They must have considered the backgrounds of all the employees, including their social status and race. After 8 years, we finally created an umbrella to withstand the storm. However, our methods for achieving such progress and breakthroughs were too much for some to handle.
I mean, yeah, it kind of was.
People needed an outlet for their frustrations, so someone had to be held responsible for the accidents and casualties.
Damn.
Numerous complaints have been filed against me, accusing me of being a cold, heartless opponent of humanity.
Damn.
Within the Foundation, Zeno, and even here, some are starting to question the idea of having an awakened piston as a leader of Laplace.
Damn.
They argued about my arcane abilities, unsure if I had them under control or if they were becoming unstable and affecting my ability to make rational decisions.
The robot realizes an overlooked detail. Okay.
I did give the nod to Miss Kikanya in violation of the confidentiality agreement.
Yeah, that did happen.
But ultimately, it helped people survive.
Oh.
And that is all that matters.
Oh, so we have like confirmed reports or something of like at least some people surviving? But Enigma does not pick up on this realization. He's already enraged, fists clenched in a ball.
So they're questioning your standing because you're an awakened? An arcanist? They're doubting the rationality of a machine that values technology and progress above all else?
Yeah.
Could anything be more absurd? Even I, a human, was on the verge of giving up. It was you who convinced me to save our species.
My question is, why are you so upset? This does not affect you. In fact, you may be promoted. Laplace is setting up a new department, and you and Ulrich should have been invited to head it.
Well, I guess Adler's request to not be in the same team as Ulrich is potentially dashed here. His hopes for that might be dashed.
Weil das verdammt ungerecht ist! Diese Leute kennen dich nicht. Sie haben nicht mit dir gearbeitet oder dir zugehört. Und doch ernten sie freudig die Früchte deiner Arbeit, während sie dir keinen Respekt erweisen.
Such is life, buddy. Such is life.
Der einzige Grund, warum du suspendiert wirst, ist, weil du, ein Erwachter, nicht wirklich sterben kannst. Oder sie würden dir jetzt eine Ehrenmedaille auf deinem Grabstein verleihen.
Yeah, that is true.
Maybe you should take up that offer. At least you will get a promotion as a just reward.
Oh my god. Enigma opens his mouth, but no sound comes out. He wants to tell her she's wrong about him wanting the promotion, but he's too flustered and angry to speak. The robotic eye slit pulses, and she continues in her unemotional tone.
By the way, Ulrich ended up receiving a medal. But like you, he was not exactly thrilled either. He is outside the committee building, refusing to eat in protest. But everyone knows how resilient the awakened can be. It is going poorly.
Damn. Okay. She shakes and sighs, deeply remorseful for her subordinate's behavior.
I will suggest that one of you take this position. No one knows this research better than the two of you.
Just be co-heads, guys.
Not a chance.
The research must progress, and you also need to ensure that the results will not be abused.
A valid concern.
Scheiße. You're right.
Enigma is caught in a fierce battle between his principles and his duty. But the robot doesn't notice these unimportant details. She nonchalantly walks over to the chair and runs a final battery check.
The punishment does not bother me, Researcher Hoffman. Power exists only in your dictionary, not mine. From the moment of my awakening, I have been unable to comprehend you creatures. And even now, that remains unchanged.
She states with no emotion added to embellish her delivery. Enigma's mouth falls open in shock. Meanwhile, the robot just keeps on talking.
We operate in different ways, just like how our fuels differ. But the bright side is our paths align. Whether we are creatures or machines, humans or arcanists, most of us strive for a better life. It is this primal desire that drives progress. That is why I put on the mask of a human and work on improving my appearance and speech, all for the sake of better communication with you.
Damn, shout out Lucy.
Unfortunately, my efforts do not always pay off. Some say that the more human-like I appear, the more different I seem.
She shakes her head with regret.
But I am who I am, and my motivation is not to gain recognition from others. Our aligned path leads us to progress, and that is all there is to it. Thanks to the invention of the umbrella, Laplace can now resume its research unhindered. And if there is someone better qualified to lead, I am more than willing to remain a humble cog in their machine.
Damn.
Besides, Miss C introduced me to a beautiful resort.
Oh.
The lake there is rich with arcane power, perfect for an awakened arcanist like me.
A beautiful resort with a lake there, rich with arcane power. Why does it sound like Timekeeper's suitcase?
Not only is it a resort, but also an independent team with a
No
good
way.
amount of freedom. My only concern is if they have adequate power supply.
No way, is Lucy actually joining Team Timekeeper? Wait, I would... And we're gonna have Lucy and 37 in Team Timekeeper? Wait, that's so nuts if that's true.
Oh, rust might be a problem. Perhaps I should ask Researcher X about his titanium derust machine.
Enigma is just silent now. The robot is happily thinking about her vacation plans. She has completed all preparations for departure.
Time to go, Simone.
Madam Lucy, please take a look at this before you go.
Alright. Oh, what's written on his hand? He wrote something there. A stack of reports is handed in front of her. Alright, wait, has that always been part of his like character? Of Enigma's character? Has he always had something written on his right hand there? That's funny though. Maybe he just wrote it on there to like remind himself.
This is a report you compiled during the storm countdown, detailing 126 side effects and how the scroll alleviates them. I have some questions about the data for Type 34.
No? What's Type 34? Lucy flips it open and dutifully goes through the list one last time.
Yes, I can see a few errors in here. Unfortunately, I have to complete all of the handover procedures today. Perhaps you can ask Mr. Ulrich about it later.
Can we learn more about this Type 34 side effect though? Just a little bit, just a little tease, you know, because it might be important. He hands it back to Enigma, but he does not reach for it. He looks at her, grief-stricken.
The side effects left a mark on you, didn't they?
Oh! And the music's getting sad again, guys. Why is it getting sad?
There are 162 side effects, not 126. There was also an obvious typo in the data for Type 34. We noticed it long ago and corrected it. Took only 5 seconds.
Right. Wait, so... He said 126. I guess that was like testing Lucy's perception there. Right, so Lucy was the one who wrote the report, right, for the side effects. And I guess on the report itself, it wrote 126, which was an obvious typo that they realized and fixed. So it was 162. But then there was also something obviously off with type 34. Is it actually like something that permanently happens to an awakened arcanist?
You sacrificed so much for this report, yet you could not see such glaring mistakes. You called me Researcher Hoffman earlier, a name you haven't used since you took over Laplace 8 years ago. To avoid confusion with my sister, you and our colleagues started calling me Adler instead.
Yeah, we know she lost. Oh, is this one about the losing memories one? Because we were aware that Lucy was losing some memories. Wait, so has she been losing like 8 years worth of memory or something? Like I don't know. Moving closer, he asks grimly.
How much data did you lose to impair your research abilities like this?
Oh.
Is this why you have to leave Laplace now?
Maybe, because she's not fit, maybe, to run the place with all these memories gone.
The progress you've made has helped so many, but at what cost to your own well-being?
The robot does not answer, a rare occurrence. From her side, Simone gently takes the file for her.
We should go, Madame Lucy.
Goodbye, Researcher Adler.
And now she modifies herself to say Adler.
Thank you for correcting my mistake.
She walks away with steely steps, not looking back.
Alright, fine.
Okay, Enigma, calm down, buddy. He grips the doorframe, ignoring the strange looks from the hallway.
I'll take up that role and do what you've been nagging me to do. I'll take care of those pesky committees.
Okay, buddy.
But just so you know, I'm not doing this for the higher-ups who look down on us, but for the people who look up to us from below.
The footsteps continue in rhythm. Her duty here is done. Then, another voice calls out.
Madam Lucy!
Hello, Ulrich. You best be eating your food, buddy. You don't want to starve forever. The corridors are bustling with people. Researchers, clerks, directors, and security. Every Laplace employee is in the corridors from bottom to top floor. The same voice shouts.
All attention!
Okay, Ulrich. What are we doing? We're giving her a like a ovation or something, like a goodbye.
Salute!
Yeah, let's salute. Papers litter the air like snowflakes. Everyone says goodbye in their own language. Goodbye. Zoigin. Zaijian. Wait, how do I say it in Russian again? Guys, I'm sorry. Was it Das Vidanya? Wait, I think so. Yeah, goodbye. Sayonara. Yeah. Goodbye. What's goodbye in French? I'll be so real, I forgot. The countless drafts, designs, and forms from the past 24 hours rain down. Guys, you know how far this is gonna set us back though? We'll have to reclaim all these papers and sort them out again. They were created for the storm and have completed their mission. Just as did the robot.
Simone, why are they throwing papers at me? Are they rejecting me and banishing me?
Lucy. I look forward to her and Team Timekeeper though. That's cool.
On the contrary, madam, they are showing their reverence.
Oh, I see.
The robot is without a face and a motion module today, so she turns away from the crowd. The sunlight dances on her metallic surface, enveloping her in a golden aura.
Let us go, Simone.
Let us go.
I miss the Laplace Chargers already.
Thank you for your work, Lucy. Thank you for all your contributions, all your sacrifices.
There is a 230-volt bath at the resort, right?
The end. Wow. What a chapter this has been, guys. What a chapter this has been. An epic journey. We finally developed our hello? I can't click for some reason, guys. That's pretty awkward. Okay, now I can. But yeah. Yeah, we got Umbrella prototype model, you know, that's great. Regulus is gonna get at least one, maybe two ships. Madam Lucy 37 is gonna join Team Timekeeper. Adler's got a new role and got a new promotion. He's gonna be the head of a new department of some sort. We don't know what the department is though. And Madam Lucy, she's lost so much data from doing side effect investigations. But yeah, off she goes into Team Timekeeper and away from Laplace. I wonder who's gonna be the next leader though. But yeah, let's read this final trace. Low. So which poor sap's up for the spot next? Pale green characters flicker incessantly, and in a second, dozens of messages appear on the fluorescent screen at the same time. It's clear to see that life must go on. Lucy has resigned. Who will be in charge now? I guess this is like a forum? Ulrich is the second most reliable awakened in the scientific computing center. Someone other than Lucy, I guess. No one wants that seat. It's electrified. This guy's just saying numbers. I don't really know what that means. Oh wait, no, they're like referring to someone or something? Yeah, I think... Yeah, maybe this is like the employee ID or something that they're referring to here. Ulrich is the most opposed to this idea. He's on a hunger strike in front of the committee building. I guess he'd rather starve to death than sit in that electric chair. How about John? He's a man with clear logic and good project management skills. Oh yeah, and there's that researcher Victor who's still like invisible, maybe. Which John? I hope you don't mean the one who speaks in hexadecimal. Oh! Right, that's the hexadecimal name suggestion we saw. Oh, I see. I recommend John from the mechanical engineering group. He's very creative and forward-thinking. Definitely the right person to run the scientific computing center. Last week's major power outage was caused by that John from the mechanical engineering team, starting all the lab machines in parallel. He's been suspended and has been undergoing psychiatric evaluation ever since. I'd rather pick John from the medical team. They're all talking about John. That's so funny. Caused a huge explosion while testing a new drug formula. He's been... Theoretical physics. Okay. Applied for a transfer. Adler, who forgot to transfer his files. So Adler is indeed currently the best theoretical physicist in all of Laplace. No need to even add one of. We can't find a suitable John. Isn't there? Why is everyone so convinced that we need a John to lead Laplace? A better sense of humor than Lucy. We prevent any politician John or placeholder John from being put in that position, and on that basis demand Lucy's return. Good idea. See you in front of the committee building. I'll bring a few decks of cards. Can someone tell me why we're only considering Johns? Exactly, bro. Exactly. Well, the people of Laplace seem like they are gonna, you know, prevent the new leader of Laplace from being a terrible politician of some sort. So that's great. But yeah, that wraps up Chapter 7, Vereinsamt, guys. And yeah, I look forward to what's gonna go on with the main story. However, guys, I'm afraid we will be moving on to events for quite a while, I'm afraid, before we press on with more main story, because I've just got so much to catch up on. Of course, we've got the 1.8 event, Farewell Rayashka, and then we've got 1987 Cosmic Overture. We've got the Chapter 7 interlude here. And we've got A Nightmare at the Green Lake and Journey to Moorpunk. So yeah, lots of things to go through, guys. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. And I'll see you guys. Wait! I saw that. Excuse me. I saw that. I think that said 1990. I think that's the year that we're at now. Let me just make sure. Yeah, 1990. Okay, so that tells us we're in 1990. So we moved like 49 years ahead. All right, pretty cool. But yeah, that's all. I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode, and one day we will see Kakanya once again.
I saw you, Suzumia, at the door.
Thanks, Kakanya. But yeah, looking forward to seeing the new members and Team Timekeeper. I guess Druvis won't be joining with us because she's supposedly going to the island of Aperon. But yeah, that'll be all. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.